Hi, my name is Yaya. This is another short video on frequency assignment for PTS PTS bands. So this is not an in-depth analysis or frequency assignment for PTS. It's more like a very basic approach to finding a free frequency that can possibly be assigned or investigated. We usually do this kind of work for remote areas, not for metropolitan areas, where the regulators usually allow you to reuse the spectrum in following specific conditions, of course. An example is mining sites. So let's get started. You run the plugin, and then in the plugin you can run this new feature. It's called PTS Spectrum Finder. Now, PTS means Public Telephony System, okay? Spectrum Finder. So we want to find a free channel which can possibly be used or reused for broadband in remote areas on a private basis. So step number one, you need to find the band of interest. So PTS 21. If you don't find the band you want, just send us an email and then we can easily add it to our database. So once you select the band, the tool will automatically establish the lowest frequency in that band. I mean the lowest channel or raster in that band, and the highest channel in that band. So you don't have to really select the edges. You might want to limit your search to specific channels if you want to focus on specific channels. Now you need to know that these channels are based on 5 megs rasters, 5 megs, not 10 or 15 or 20 megs. And this is not a bad idea. You'll find out soon why. So step number one is specify the band. Done. Step number two, you select the channels, but you don't really need to, because the tool will automatically select the lowest and the maximum and the highest, which is not a big deal if you are limiting your query to 45Ks. You're not doing 100K or 150K, where things can get a little bit slower. So 45K, this is the coordination range I'm going to use. So usually to reuse a frequency used by someone else in the remote areas, you need to be at least 45Ks away. So I'm going to limit my search to 45K. After that, you need to pass to the software the list of proposed sites. So imagine you have a mine, and in that mine you need maybe 3 base stations. So you need to pass the locations of these 3 base stations. If you have only one, you just pass one. It's straightforward. The format is really simple. It's in the name of the site, comma, lat, comma, long. So very easy. You can pass a CSV file with massive number of sites, or it could be just a single site. No big deal. So done. Once you pass it, the tool will automatically add it to the view, and then if you want to add a circle, it will show you the 45K radius I'm talking about. Now this is step number one in the analysis. So the distance is established, the list of sites now established. Now we need to run a query. So the query basically is going to connect to ECMA database and then extract all the list of sites that are within 45K radius and in that frequency range. Okay, this is the culling process. So it will extract all the sites. So you can see all the sites within 45K, and you don't know yet what frequencies they have. So after you run the query, you run the analysis to screen the list of sites against every raster or every channel on the band. So as you can see, the channels in the band here, they translated into a graph. So the x-axis has the center frequency of every raster or every channel in the band. And the vertical axis here is the number of devices or assignments in that range up to 45K. All right, so you can see clearly channel number 1 and number 2 are free. Now channel number 1 is 5 meg, channel number 2 is 5 meg. So you can think about it as 2 5 meg channels are free, or you can think about it as 1 10 meg channel or block is free. So either way is fine. So what the tool does, the tool will establish the overlap. I'm talking about overlap of bandwidths. Okay, so if there's any overlap of the bandwidths, then the assignment will go into the counter. So it will be added to the list of devices within the distance for that channel. So obviously the busiest channel here is this one, is channel number 9. Channel number 9 is the busiest. It could be busy because the adjacent one is 10 meg, and then this one is 5 meg, or 10 meg, 15 meg. So it depends how they overlap, but that's perfectly fine. Now, if you want to focus on a specific section, so you can just drag, you click and hold, and then you drag, and then it will zoom in. So obviously 1 and 2 are free. This is by the way the uplink part. This is the downlink part. You could do only downlink, but I prefer if you do uplink and downlink, just in case there's any legacy assignments on that band, such as links, point-to-point links, or so on. So please do run the full band from the lowest frequency in the uplink to the highest frequency in the downlink. That's really appreciated. So I can zoom in now, and then if I want to investigate channel number 3 and 4, what's going on? Why there is one? You see, there's one. Here is 2, so it's halfway. Why there is one device? Which device is it really within 45K overlap with channel number 3 and 4? So if I click on it, it will take you there, and it will list for you that the sites. So obviously here we have only one site. Now that one site is owned by Challenge Network. Here you go, Challenge Networks, and you can tell it's on that tower, FM radio mast, and you can also tell that it's 10 meg channel, and that's the center frequency, 2125, and the authorization date, license number, and so on. So back to the chart. So it's really straightforward, nothing much to talk about here. And now you know channel 1 and 2 are good to be investigated for frequency assignment. If you wish to extract all these, so you can click on the 9, for example. This is the worst one, so you wouldn't go with this one at all. So if you go with this one, you can see there's a large number of assignments on overlapping with that frequency, and you can see some of them are 5 meg, some of them are 3.8. 3.8 here probably means it's a CDMA, which is 5 meg assignment, but this is CDMA. 5 meg could be LTE or could be 3G, but usually we don't put LTE in 5 meg. Usually it's probably a 3G technology. If you wish to export this to KML, you can do this very easily. That's it. So this is what I wanted to show you today. If you have any questions or inquiries or feedback, please do not hesitate to contact me. I did share my email here in the first screen. So do get in touch. Thank you for your time, and see you again soon.